You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up?
Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Narelle Warcon, and I'm coming to you tonight on Who, What, Where Wednesday on Wednesday, the 11th of December, 2024. So hello, everyone that's popping on. I'll just run through a couple and say g'day to you all. So hello, hello, hello. We're running a little bit late tonight, and Kumaran has been caught up, so we're just waiting to see whether he's able to pop on this evening. Hello, Pam Turner, lovely to see you. So welcome, Glenda. Thank you for popping in from South Australia. Kiba, lovely to see you from Norway. Wow. Pradeep, thank you so much. Gina Lever, thank you so much. Happy birthday for yesterday, as if we haven't said it 10,000 million times. Hope your fingers are not feeling too sore. Excuse me. So lovely to see you, Gina, and I hope you had a really amazing day. Hello, Pradeep. Lydia, that's Lids David coming in from Mariba, North Queensland. Peter, thank you so much for joining us from Victoria, and lovely to see you all. So it's really wonderful to be able to come to you today just to connect. I think connection is such a great thing. Every week we're able to come on, share a little bit, shine the light, show that diamond within. It really is special. It's special to me because I'm learning more about who people are, and sometimes the behind the scene people, the people that we don't see every day or we don't hear from them. Hi, Narissa, lovely to see you. I think sometimes we all put on different masks and things like that. We all wear different masks, whether it's as a mum, grandmother, as a worker, as a, just as ourselves, really. And a lot of those masks come from things that have happened in our lives. We don't want to show that part of ourselves. We don't want to shine that bit. We don't want others to see that bit because they might be judgmental of us. One of the things you learn, and particularly as you get older, is it doesn't matter what other people think of you. Excuse me, it's that nervous little cough, and I shouldn't have had that coffee. So thank you for being here. I want you to have a think about that and the masks that you wear. Maybe you've thrown off a mask recently. Maybe you've let yourself come out a little bit more, and why that has happened. Now, while we're waiting for Kumaran, who hasn't been able to come on yet this evening, I would love to ask any one of you here. We can send you the link and let's get you on for a chat right now. I know, Jean, you're probably still sitting in your night attire, maybe. But, is there anybody else, Glenda, Narissa, anybody here? Just pop it in the chat and we'll send you the link in the chat. So anybody who would like to come on, please pop on. So we're going to put that link in there. Now, while I'm waiting for somebody else to come on and have a little bit of a chat, because we're coming up to what many call the silly season. Many of us, whether you're a Christian or not, we believe, in the birth of our dear Lord Jesus. Some from other different religions can believe in other things, but it is a time of giving. It is a time, that we should be doing all year through, but not necessarily that we do, or we only think about it at, say, Thanksgiving for the US and all over the world at Christmas time. So, it can be quite a time, I think, for people to think about who have you got around you that maybe not feeling exactly loved up, uplifted, those people who don't want to, they don't go out of their way to ask for anything, like my elderly neighbours. They don't ask for anything, so we invite them over for Christmas lunch, and it really is a special time, not only for us but for them, because they're not sitting at home alone, and they do have family but they live away. So it's a special time for us to just sit together, have a chat as neighbours, have a chat as just loving on each other and uplifting each other. They're both not 100% too well. Hey, Pam Turner, you want to pop on? Let's do it. Come on. Lydia, any of you that are just sitting there, you don't have to be dressed special for my show. Just come on in and click that link. So I wanted to talk about Christmas a little bit more. So next week on Wednesday, instead of having a special guest on, we are going to have a Christmas party. How special is that? So the information will come out about it. There'll be Australia, New Zealand and surrounding islands, and we want you to come on, have some fun. We're going to have a little, maybe dad jokes, Christmas jokes. Wear your Santa hat, bring your cuppa, bring a cold drink. It doesn't really matter. We just want to celebrate here in our countries. In the bottom half, we could be the top, but definitely in pajamas. Yeah. It's okay, Jean. I know that you're listening in, and I thank you very much for your support. I'm sure that there's others. Glenda, come on. Pajamas or not, nobody will know. Just click on the link and you'll be brought straight in. All these people, we might have to have a pajama party, I think. But anyway, thank you so much. I really appreciate you all coming on. And I know that as soon as Kumaran can, if he can, they are in their monsoon season over there. He's coming in from Malaysia. So I know that he would definitely have come in had he been able to. And we still are expecting him to come on as soon as he can. So please wait on for that. Pammy, you're so funny. So we're having a Christmas party. So Christmas hats, like I said, lots of fun, laughter. It's really just about getting our countries together, uniting us together at Christmas time, about ONPASSIVE, about your life. What's your best Christmas story? I'm sure that there's plenty of you out there that have a little story that goes along with Christmas, whether it's full of cheer, whether it's something funny that happened at your Christmas party. Okay, so Pradeep, if you're on, we just need your camera on. So if you want to come and join us and have a little bit of a chat for a couple of minutes. The other thing I wanted to share, if you can put your camera on, Pradeep, that would be lovely. The other thing I wanted to share was that today Marcy shared with us Australian figures. So the numbers associated with ONPASSIVE, excuse me, and the tools and products that will be released once we launch out to the world. So he's been doing it for many countries, and I think we should give Marty a big round of applause when we, talking to him or send him a message to say thank you for what you are doing for these countries, because he shared quite a few out already. And yesterday, I believe there was PNG. Today, I saw Australia. There might be others as well. And it's one of those things, I suppose, that until you see the figures, now I'm not a real big numbers girl. I'm here to do and gift and just enjoy the process, which we have all been enjoying the journey. Believe you me, everything that's been happening is part of that journey. The growth, the learning, the getting to meet new people, the acceptance of new people into your life is a big one as well. Because sometimes particularly for myself, let's say, that when we get a little bit older, we're very, what's the word? We're very, I don't know the word, Jean, help me, about letting people into our lives, into our circle. So, we get a little bit hesitant, I suppose, in who we let in, and are we just letting in people for, to take up space or to say we've got friends or things like that. You girls are funny. So the thing is, like, who do you let into your life? And with ONPASSIVE, we've been able to bring in lots of people from all over the world. We have met so many people. Yes, thank you, Jean. Huge shout out for Marty, because he does an amazing job, working all day long. Hey, Vivine, yay. Come on in, girl. Press that link. Anyone who wants to join me, I don't care if you're in your jammies. We're just waiting for Kumaran, and Kumaran's been caught up. We're not quite sure exactly what's happened, but would love to have you on. Now, next week, just going back to Christmas just quickly, we will be having a Zoom, which will be telecast and live streamed to YouTube. So we will be able to see a lot more of you. So get dressed up, put your party stuff on, Christmas hat. I don't care if you're coming in from the USA or any part of the world, you can still be a part of it. So it's only going to be, for a little while. So please come and support us. Be on there. Have a little Christmas cheer. You don't have to stay long. And if you're coming in very, very early, which we know, Jean, Pam, there's a few of you that join us each week. Pradeep, we can't hear you at all from the background. So if you are there, we need to have your video and audio working. If not, I'm sorry, we can't get you on. So, but like I said, we're really happy that you're all joining us to celebrate. It's come to the end of the year so quickly. I've been doing YouTube lives now for about 3 months. I can't believe it. It's probably even a little bit longer. But about that. So I've really enjoyed it. I'm not sure as to moving into the new year what I will do, because a lot of us, as we prepare for ONPASSIVE to come out, it will change the dynamics a little bit as to, what we're sharing, who we're sharing. It's not that we're not going to keep sharing, but the dynamics may change a little bit, and we may bring people on to actually talk about what they are doing. To share about, who they're helping or how it has changed their life. Yeah, thanks, Vivine. Lovely to see you. So again, like I said, we're waiting on Kumaran. If nobody wants to jump on, it'll obviously be a short one tonight. However, I do want to take you over to my book. Now, we've been playing around a little bit with different techniques on, how you can sort of have a look at my book. And I'd love to offer you to read the first chapter. It's coming to you at no cost. And it will take you to read the first chapter of my book. Again, like I said, I didn't write my book to become a bestseller, even though my book has gone all over the world. I wrote my book to bring hope for others. If you're out there, and particularly around this season, Christmas, it can be a really hard, tough time. You may be alone, you may have kids, you may feel that you're alone, even with your kiddies. But I just want you to know that there are people out there who do care, and there are people out there who are there to help you and support you and uplift you. Now, if you are living through, still going through, or have been through sexual, physical, and mental abuse, it's not an easy road. And sometimes we take on the blame of thinking that it's all our fault. So, remember that there's times in your life when you will reflect back later on around those times that weren't that easy, but you can get up. You are strong enough. Put it that way. You can get up. I did it. And look, I kept going back many times. Was I a failure in doing that? No, because I only knew what I knew at the time. So I had to make those decisions on what I knew then. Did I learn? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. And I went back into the same situations, which were difficult, because in your head, it was saying, this isn't the right thing to do. You shouldn't be here. But sometimes we're caught up in such bad situations, and I call them bad because they're certainly not good. And you can't really find a positive in sexual, physical, or mental abuse. Hello, Elizabeth. Lovely to see you. Would love to have you on and hear a part of your story as well, Elizabeth, when your internet is better. But yes, so what I'm saying is don't feel alone. Reach out. I wrote my book because it was about bringing hope for others. I have such a big story, having survived through all of those and come through. My gosh, was it easy? No, it wasn't. But look at me for who I am today and the success of, the challenging times, the triumphing over all of these challenges in my life. You can do this, honestly. So I'm just going to pop over to my website quickly, just to show you, for anybody who hasn't seen it. So here I am. And yes, I had blonder hair. So my name's Narelle Warcon, and if you go to narellewarcon.com, you will be able to see my website. Okay, it's a beautiful little website. It's nothing flash and fancy, because you know what? It's not about the flash and fancy. It's about the book. It's about my story. It's about resonating with other people. So sometimes all you really need is a hand to hold, an ear to listen, and a heart to understand. Remember that, reach out to somebody. And I love this one. A lot of problems in the world would disappear if we talk to each other instead of about each other. And isn't that the truth? Too many people out there making judgments on other people when they don't really know what that person is going through. Remember, today you could be standing next to somebody that you have no idea, and they could be just about, at their wits' end as to what they can do in their life. Reach out to them, give them a smile, ask them if they're okay. So over to my blog quickly. As you know, I do little blogs. Excuse me. Sometimes you will see them on Facebook as well. And it's just to share something that's a little bit more out there, a little bit more make you think. I like to make people think about what's going on in their lives. Challenge yourselves. Think outside that square or that box that they say people are in. I've never had one, so I don't really know what it's like to be in there, but I have been in situations where it feels like that. So the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. And people say, well, I can't give, I've got no money. How am I supposed to help anybody? The easiest way to help is be you, smile, take a bit of time in your day to say g'day to somebody, say hello, how you going? That's all they want, really. They don't want handouts all the time. And yes, it's cold over where you are, some of you. It's hot. It's hot here, very, very hot. So people are sort of stuck in different situations, but the same situation. But most of the time, all they want is to know that somebody cares and they're not alone. So they're not there just for handouts. So have a look at my blog. I really do enjoy writing these, and I usually put them up every day. Like I said, I'll come back here to me because my book should be up there. There is a QR code if you do want to have a read of the first chapter. Please pop over and have a look at it. Like I said, it's at no cost. I just want to get the story out there. If you know somebody who's going through a situation perhaps that they've been in for a while and you don't know what to do, sometimes you can help them by sharing a book, sending them a poem, sending them some beautiful quotes. How many times do you reach out to people on a day? Now, I don't do it every day, but when I don't see people for a little while, I reach out to them and say, hey, I haven't seen you for a while. How you going? Eye contact, that's very important, Jean. Oh my goodness. If you don't want to help that person, if you don't feel it in your heart, then don't do it, because they know that where you're coming from, that place that you're coming from. I'm just going to pop over here and just say hello to a few more people, but also just to see what you guys are writing. Hello, Jelen. Lovely to see you. Thank you so much for your support on my YouTube channel. And in saying that, if you are new to my YouTube channel, please subscribe, like, share, and ring the bell for notifications for when we go live with our beautiful special guests. Elizabeth, you're coming in. I think you said that you were going to Vanuatu. Originally from PNG, but visiting family. So, excuse me, I hope your travels you've had safe travels. Pam's coming in from Illinois, USA. And I won't say that in Aussie. Illinois. Jean, thank you. I know you're all in your jammies, you funny ladies. But yeah, it's sort of different times all over the world. But I want to thank each and every one of you. If you find this interesting, or you know of somebody who has a beautiful story, now they don't have to be an ONPASSIVE, just somebody in your life where you think their story is important, I would love to have them on. Because I think it's important that we reach out to a lot of people all over the world, our friends, somebody we know. You might not want to do it yourself. Your internet might not be the best. You may want to ask that person, hey, you've been through this, and I think it's really important that you share that part of your life. Now, it doesn't have to be deep, intimate, almost sort of things where people think, oh my gosh, if I put myself out there, sometimes that can lead to people not being very nice to you, people being nasty, bullying, and that sort of thing. But remember, your story is important and it will help somebody else out there. That's the thing. People don't realize that there are people out there waiting to hear your story, not just me. I can talk till the cows come home. However, and yes, I do have some stuff that is very shareable in the sense of what I've been through in my life. I do have a lot of wisdom, believe it or not. Marty and Chris might say otherwise, but no, just joking. Anyway, what I'm saying is that hi AJ, lovely to see you. If anybody does want to pop on just for a couple of minutes, we won't go on too much further. Remember our Christmas party next year. We will be putting the information out. Kenton Patterson is joining me from New Zealand, and we will be sharing that information out so you can come and join us next Wednesday. You will see us here, so don't be afraid. The link, you will still get notification about when we're coming on. But come and join us, because we're going to have an Aussie, New Zealander, Islander party. And like I said, we just want to see you there just for your support and love. We are in, I can't quite read that, normal. Oh. Pam, there is nothing normal about you. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. The best part, yeah. Parvit, hello, how you going? Second phase timing, how much? Okay, well, Parvit, we're not here to speak about that, because we all know that anything that's coming from ONPASSIVE will be shown in our update section in the OES. So just keep logging in, see how you go with that. When the new news comes out, everyone will know. It will either be shared by Chris and Marty, Chris Johnson and Marty DeGamo. Red Fern, he will share it out. But I can almost 100% guarantee if there is something new in the updates of our OES, you will know all over Facebook. People will be there telling everybody. So please keep an eye out for that. We do not share any information here that we have, signed in our NDA. So everything that comes through us, as long as you're hearing it from AshMufareh, then you know that it's truth and coming from Chris, Marty and Red and a few others out there as well. One of those things, like I said, Marty's been sharing the numbers. They are for illustration only. So if you're sending them out to people, please make sure or be aware that you put a disclaimer with it saying that it's for illustration only. Marty is doing this so that we get a bit of a perspective look at what could be made. Okay, it's not completely total. Like I said, it's illustration only. So go and have a look. Australia, reaching out to you today because it's on Marty and Chris's. If you can't find the link, then reach out to me and I will send you that link that shows many parts, 6 states of Australia. And we forgive Marty for leaving the other 2 out, but that's okay, Marty. You covered most of Australia, which is very big. And we are a very versatile country. Now, it looks like Kumaran isn't able to come on tonight, and I do apologise to each and every one of you who may have come on to listen to his story. We will definitely get him on, probably if it's not between Christmas and the New Year, then certainly in the New Year. I believe that he may be caught in a situation where his internet has either gone out or maybe even power loss at this stage. I'm not going to assume anything more. I just know that he was in contact with us yesterday. Everything was okay. So sometimes in life happens and things happen, and sometimes we're able to, steer around it a little bit differently, and sometimes we can't. So I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for joining us. If there is anything that you would like, to speak about sometimes or for me to share, Pam, what did you say? Yes, Narelle, do reach out. I have been a recipient of your kindness. It's extremely special, warm, cozy feeling. Aw, stop it. That makes me feel very special, Pam. Thank you so much. Like I said, you do need to reach out to people. One of the things, and I learn things all the time, Glenda, thank you so much. Thank you. That's really lovely. I think I get a bit boring at times, but it's just nice to be able to share. And sometimes when you're thrown in the deep end, you have to come up and bring something to this live of value. Just as we have value in our ONPASSIVE family, we also have value in our own lives. You didn't get to where you got today without having some experiences in your life, without living through something. And like I said, that touching people out there every day. And you will see, not just here, not just in Marty and Chris's, but everywhere. If you watch YouTubes and things like that, most of the top people who are, who interact on lives and things like that, it's about connection. And that's what we're trying to do here, is connect with people and let them know they're not alone. So reach out to that person today. Maybe you haven't spoke to them. Thank you, Jean. Lovely big hug. And right back at you. If you haven't spoken to anybody, just recently, or you've got a friend or somebody, take the time. Takes you 2 minutes to reach out and say g'day. Just want to see how you're going. Haven't seen you for a while. I know that you probably say it a little bit different to me, but yeah, I just reach out. And if you don't want to have a conversation with that person, as in, oh, hi, how are you? I'm good. They're not real conversations. Reach out when you feel it in your heart to be able to say, hello, how are you? And spend a little bit of time backwards and forwards. Now, the other thing is prayers. As I am like Chris, I believe in prayers. I know that they've helped me much in my lifetime, and many of you here, if you are a praying person, or at least keep these people in your thoughts. but there are many of them, and I don't have the full list. But I do want to do a big shout out for Robin Noble. Robin, we love you, and we know that what you are going through is very challenging right now, not just for you, but for your sister Simone and for your family and for all those. You know, today I saw Camden, I think his name is, a little boy in hospital that was, I'd say, very close to death, you know, and today he's sitting up. So prayers do work, so remember that. Remember these people. I think there's Peter Rogers, there's both Red and Jane's mums in the UK. Remember to pray for these people. Just keep them in your prayers. If you don't pray a lot, keep them in your thoughts. Say a silent prayer to yourself. You know, please, Lord, look after these people. It really is important that we reach out and send little messages here and there, just so that people know that we're thinking about them. You know, Chris does a wonderful job in calling out many people each day for prayers. And if you're having a birthday or just had a birthday, we won't mention who, Jean, you know, it's a beautiful time to be alive. And what a beautiful time to have a birthday. Every day, somebody out there is having a birthday. Have you said happy birthday to somebody today? And if not, then that's another chance for you to reach out and say, hey, I hope you have a great day. When, you know, like Jean, myself, many in ONPASSIVE get hundreds, if not thousands of messages. And our little fingers get very tired in answering, because like me, I like to personally say thank you to everyone. It's hard to get around everyone. I just saw something. Yeah, power in prayer. Absolutely. And when we unite in prayer and pray for many people, it absolutely brings more power to that prayer. So simple thought. Yeah, absolutely. Even a thought. You know, how many times has it happened to you when you thought of somebody and then the next day or that next hour, that person rings you out of the blue or sends you a message? So thoughts for everybody out there. Now, I'm not going to carry on for too long. Like I said, Kumaran hasn't been able to get back to me. Let's send him some prayers that he is okay in his country. He was coming in from Malaysia. So we don't know. It is, like I said, it is their monsoon. It could be just power outage. It could be an internet outage. But let's just pray that he is okay and keeping fine. And we will get him on in the new year. We have some wonderful things coming up in the new year. New, exciting, new people. We want to hear about what you did over Christmas and New Year. Enjoy your family. Make sure that you tell them that you love them, because it is really important that we might think it, but we don't actually verbalize it sometimes. So make sure that you give as much as you can and gift those who have nothing or those who have very little. A meal, you know, a sandwich, anything like that that can help that person, particularly over there right now because it is so cold. But remembering those in Australia, New Zealand and the surrounding islands where it's actually very, very hot over here. So just remember those people. Take care. Remember, next Wednesday is our Who, What, Where Wednesday, having a very special Christmas party for Australia, New Zealand and surrounding islands. Please come along, support us, and please bring along your Santa hats. Yes, it will be big on Zoom, so we're going to join you all in. So those coming in from overseas, please hide your jammies, but please join us. Just put a different top on. That's the only part we see of you. and a smile. That's all we want. I almost sounded American then. Oh, come on, Jane. That was Illinois. Yeah, I know. I've been practicing. The chat's gone on. Join the, yeah. Don't forget our big Zoom. Yeah, so next week will be Zoom, but you also will be able to come in through YouTube as well. Again, if you haven't, please subscribe. Please, you know, ring the bell for notifications. Send it out to anyone that you might just think, you know, this person needs to hear this today. Or, you know, somebody who's going through some stuff, to reach out. They can reach out to me as well. And we can, you know, guide them along their path and see what they want to do. I know when I send my books, and I've sent a few overseas just recently, a lot of people want to or have read them, but they want to pass them on to other people in their lives. It could be a sister, it could be a sister-in-law, it could be somebody, a friend from work. So remember that the book isn't there just to keep in your cupboard, to keep in your bookshelf. It's there to share out to the world. You know, you don't have to give it to them, but just say to them, hey, read this. I'd love you to read this, and I'll get the book back from you. I do send signed copies, but like I said, if you want a free chapter or read the first chapter of my book, then please scan the QR code. It will take you over so that you can read that first chapter, and it gives you a little bit of an insight as to who I am. I think that's about it, but thank you so much for joining us today. Love to you all. Reach out, and reach out to those who have different YouTube channels as well. There are many doing amazing work out there. Sherry Dershway, she has a YouTube channel which she does lives most day. Pat Parent or Patricia Parent, also reach out, have a look at her YouTube channels. Of course, Marty DeGamo and Chris Johnson, Redfern, Julie Wen comes on. I have her a chat with Michael Williams that I need to watch yet. So it's a bit catch up sometimes. Comfort. She just received a book from me today over in the UK. There's also Gladys Nyabaro. She's a wonderful lady that shares from her heart. And particularly remember that even though they live in other countries like the UK or the US or even Australia, these people are coming in from countries like Africa, Cameroon, all those sort of places where they're sharing and want to share and help their countries. So reach out to them as well, because I'm sure they have some fantastic projects that will be coming up very soon. Who you are is awesome. Jean, stop it. Love you. Comfort. She's amazing. She does, Jean, is it Heroes? Every week. It really is amazing. Wonderful Wednesday morning. Thank you, Pam, for joining us. I really appreciate it. You know, you must have been up earlier. You can go and kick Kevin out of bed now and get him up. But yeah, like I said, I won't hold you any longer. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for everybody in the chat. I really appreciate you being here this week. I'm sorry and apologize just that Kumaran can't be here today. I've had to just step up and talk about a few different things. Nobody wanted to pop on because you're all in your nightie, nightwear, maybe nothing, and pajamas. And if you're in nothing, you maybe need to go to a different show. Love you, Lids. Thank you so much for your support. You're an amazing lady from Vanuatu, but a beautiful friend here in Australia to me. You live just up the road, which is like 8 hours away. And that's up the road, probably near 9 hours. That's up the road for us. But anybody coming in from Australia, remember, let people know about our Christmas party next Wednesday night. We will send out the information. Kenton will be joining us as well from New Zealand, and many of the others from all over the place. So come along, enjoy. Love you heaps. I'm so glad that you're here, and love on somebody today. Love you all. See you next week. Bye.